Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another video. And if this is your first time here, welcome to the Dream Fam. So good to have you. My name is Haylee and I am a lucid dreaming and out-of-body experience coach, and I help people induce altered states of consciousness for life transformation and healing. And we're going to be talking about something today that I have talked about before on my previous channel, but not a lot of people know about this. And that is the art of liminal dreaming. Liminal dreaming is not like regular dreams that happen during our REM stage, but they happen on the brackets of sleep. So before you fall asleep and after you wake up, you may be familiar with these states of consciousness if you practice lucid dreaming, and that is the hypnagogic and the hypnopompic state of consciousness. The hypnagogic state of consciousness is when you're falling into a light sleep and you start to see all those colors, those flashes, maybe little pieces of dreams, like little dream images, but you're not actually asleep. It's kind of like the stage that you get into when you can't tell if you're asleep yet or not. Your mind is kind of creating all these random scenarios. It's like your dreaming mind is activated while you're still slightly awake. And you can access this in deep meditation, during a nap, or as you are actually falling asleep at night when you get into bed. The hypnopompic state is basically the same exact state, but in the morning, so after you wake up. If you turn off your alarm and get back in bed and you kind of go in and out of dreams, or maybe you have like these just really intense visuals of colors and your mind still isn't turned on yet, so you're still thinking of like random things that don't even make sense, that is the hypnopompic state of consciousness. And we can actually use both of these states to induce dreaming experiences, but it will also help with our lucid dreams as well. Practicing liminal dreaming will not only help you have dreamy experiences when you're not in REM, but it will also help you during your techniques if you decide to try to induce a lucid dream or an out-of-body experience at will, because you're training your mind to stay awake as your body falls into sleep. So if you can practice anchoring the hypnagogic state when you're in meditation, or maybe you're going down for a nap, or maybe even right before you fall asleep, if you can practice maintaining just a little bit of awareness, then you'll actually be able to consciously observe the process of your physical body falling asleep. And a lot of you may be familiar with this if you have tried lucid dreaming techniques before. A lot of them do require you to keep a little bit of awareness as your body falls into sleep. And the hypnagogic state, or those visuals you see, is something that is extremely helpful to focus on to anchor that little bit of awareness needed for some lucid dreaming and out-of-body experience techniques. It's also been shown that during liminal states like the hypnagogic state and the hypnopompic state, our creativity is wide open. So you may get like business ideas during this state. You may be able to solve problems in your mind regarding things that you've been wondering for a while and haven't really been able to figure out. So it's a very intelligent part of the brain that we have access to consciously when we practice liminal dreaming or practice keeping awareness in the liminal states. It's super easy to practice as well, because you don't need to try to wake up at a specific time like you do with a lot of lucid dreaming techniques, but you can practice this literally at any time. Say that you're on the plane and you want to close your eyes, you can actually get into the hypnagogic state on a plane, or when you're in a car ride or something. Again, if you're taking a little nap, or you are just laying in your bed during the day with your eyes closed and just relaxing. These are all perfect ways to access the liminal state. And all it really takes is really deep relaxation, but also a little bit of focus. One thing that is very helpful when practicing liminal dreaming is anchoring something in your environment to help you keep a little bit of awareness. So you may know this as mindfulness meditation, but I call it lucid meditation because this is a practice that will ultimately help you induce dreams and lucid dream experiences. You want to close your eyes, you want to take a few deep breaths in to completely relax the body, and every breath that you take, just imagine yourself sinking a little bit deeper. Next, I recommend cycling through your senses. So what are all of the things you can hear? Try to pick up on each individual sound that you can hear in your environment. Next, move to what you can smell. Like right now, I have an incense going, I can smell the attraction oil that I put on earlier, so just try to pick up on different scents in your environment. Next, you want to move to what you can taste, if there's anything that you can taste, and if not, just try putting your awareness in your taste buds. Can you put all of your awareness and focus on your taste buds? It will really shift your perception and help you experience reality in a way that you haven't really experienced it before when we practice shifting our awareness to different parts of the body. Next, you want to focus on what you can actually see under your closed eyes. Do you see any colors? Is the sun coming in through your closed eyes? Do you see those like bright red and orange colors? Are you seeing flashes of light zoom in and out of your vision? What are all the things you can see? And you don't want to focus on them so much so that they completely disappear, but just be aware of them and try to focus on individual aspects using your senses when you are going into this technique and kind of calming your body down. Another big one, the one that helps me the most actually, is focusing on what I can actually hear in my environment. I've noticed that that helps me anchor awareness the most. So I will focus on anything I can hear outside. Do I hear my AC on? Can I hear myself breathing? Do I have a fan on in my room? Is my dog snoring? Like, you want to pick up on all of these individual sounds that are happening in your environment and use those to anchor just a slight bit of awareness. And if you don't move for a while and you're just really relaxed and you let your breath normalize, your body will eventually assume that you are asleep and it will start to wind the body down. One of the body's jobs is to make sure that you are fully conscious and awake when you need to be. But if your mind is so calm and you're holding so still in your bed and you're completely relaxed for a prolonged period of time, it just makes sense to assume that you're probably not awake. So that's when the body will start to wind down and you're going to start experiencing more sensations, like your body might get tingly or a little bit heavier, or different things like that. And that's also associated with like the rollover signal if you practice lucid dreaming and stuff. So practicing liminal dreaming will actually make it easier to enter the right states that you need to induce a lucid dream or an out-of-body experience. But that's kind of how you get into it. You want to really set yourself up for relaxation and just anchor a sliver of awareness on what's going on in your environment without completely investing in it and letting it distract you. Really, all this is just playing between wakefulness and sleep. You really just want to ride that wave, and you may fall a little bit into sleep. You may dip in a little bit, but have you ever been doing a technique and you kind of wake up without opening your eyes? It's like you mentally wake up. You're gonna kind of play that game, and this will happen kind of naturally, especially if you're trying to focus on something in your environment like a sound. So really all you need to do is just to see how far that takes you, is just riding that wave of wakefulness and sleep. And then a lot of the things within liminal dreaming will start to happen naturally. You might actually start to see pieces of dream scenes. You might start to see really vibrant colors. You might start to get random ideas or thinking of a random scenario in your mind. And that's because your dreaming mind is being activated at this point. What you want to do when you start to see different colors or maybe little pieces of images, like I remember this one time I was in the liminal state and all of a sudden I just saw a big wooden picket fence and it disappeared, right? So all these random little things that we're actually seeing and tuning into, we want to start to try to work with them using our senses. So for example, if you did reach that deep state and you are starting to see different colors and little pieces of dream images, and you do happen to see like a wooden picket fence or something, then imagine what it would be like to touch that fence. Imagine what it would be like to smell that fence. Imagine what it'd be like to lick that fence. That's painful to even think about because I assumed that you would get splinters from doing that, but that shows that your mind can create scenarios where it knows what it's like to interact with these things that you're seeing. So that's really what you want to focus on. If you see a little piece of a beach and then it disappears, what would it feel like to walk on that beach barefoot? What would the sun feel like on your skin? What sounds would you hear if you were at the beach? And now you're almost creating like a dream scene from the hypnagogic imagery that you're actually seeing. And this is very similar to a couple other lucid dreaming techniques. So as you can see, this is why it works. You're keeping your imagination alive and your awareness, but you're also allowing yourself to gently drift into a light sleep. And again, this is something that you're probably going to dip in and out of, but as soon as you start seeing different pieces of dreams or colors, try to interact with them. If you're not seeing actual dream pieces, then if you see a color, what does that color remind you of? Strawberries? And if it does, what would it be like to taste a strawberry right now? Or can you create the smell of strawberries just from that color of red and make that as real as you can? And practicing this throughout the day will really aid your awareness that you have once you actually do get lucid. It will also help it make it easier to stay conscious as your body falls asleep in your techniques as well. And anytime I'm dealing with like a business problem, like say that I just don't know how to solve something, or I'm trying to come up with a new idea for like a course or something, I use the liminal state a lot. And something that I'm stuck on, I will go into the liminal state for maybe like 30 minutes and I'll know exactly what I need to do when I get out. So it's a very intelligent state that not only can help you induce really amazing dreaming experiences, but also aid your work and your personal life as well. So this is a little bit about lucid dreaming and how to work with it and induce it and how you can use it in your dream practice. I hope that you guys got something from this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments and I would love to check them out. If you guys are not subscribed but you like the content I create, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you are interested in working together, I do offer online classes and courses, one-on-one mentorships. I have an entire dream series, like an 11-part masterclass dream series going on for the next year. So if that's something that you're interested in joining, definitely let me know. You can also shoot me an email as well and I'll make sure to get you the info. Thank you guys so much for joining in this video. I love you so much, and as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.